All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. And we're doing this week, this is our investors report. We're covering multifamilies, 2 to 4 unit families in the capital region. And we're going to be wrapping up 2023 because we're in the first month of 2024. So we've got to go back up. We're going to wrap 2023 for the year. And then next month, when we come out here, we'll be starting in there with the new year and seeing how things are changing as we're going forward there. But my name is Chris McMahon. I'm a local real estate agent right here in the capital region. Also an investor, but an investor with buy and holds. So most of rental properties for over 20 years now, and also some fix and flips. So I've been doing this for 20 years, and locally have got my real estate license, and I'm helping people out here. So I'm going to be do this every month. We put out a market report just covering that 2 to 4 unit families, and we're going to go through. We're going to check out the counties now. If this is your first time on the channel, you're checking this video out, I kind of break it down this way. I go by counties: Saratoga, Albany, Warren. We're going to throw in Schenectady County here to wrap up the year as well. So we go through, we do it by counties. If there's a specific area that I didn't cover that you want to know more about, or you want to get more at a micro level, you want to know like the city of Saratoga specifically, Albany specifically, whatever it is, reach out, get a hold. I'll be more than happy to kind of pull those numbers and even do your own personal video for you. So keep that in mind. Something you really want me to dial in on, let me know. And if enough people want me to do that for a certain specific area, in future videos, I'll start pinpointing that and make sure we get that information out to you. But that being said, let's get going with the video here. We're going to start off with Saratoga County for the first thing here. And here we go. We got our numbers up for Saratoga County. Again, 2 to 4 unit properties or multifamilies coming in here right now. As you can see, we're still at a seller's market. Nothing's really changed as far as that aspect is gone. Not a real surprise, although this triangle did shift a little bit more towards a balanced market this month when I was going through and I was checking all the numbers and everything. Months of inventory. We got over 2 months, which is down month over month, about 8%, a little over 8%. List of sold price in the county is get about 94% list of sold price. So they're listing it for $100,000. They're getting about $94,000 for it. So that's what that means, getting 94% of what of its listing is. Days on the market about 18, and the median sales price has actually gone up here month over month, about 10.5% to $243,000. So we're seeing the prices tick up, and that number's right there. That's the overall of Saratoga County. Let's kind of go down here and see the median estimated property value. As you can see right here, is $328,000, which is up 2.5% from the previous month. And 12-month change, it's up 9.7%, so almost 10% over the last year. And this is something that I've commented on before, and I know people have seen it. But what we've got here is one of the reasons why I think the capital region of upstate New York is truly one of the best places for investors to be coming and seeing the money, whether you live in this area or if you're even out of the area and you're looking to kind of invest and you're an out-of-state investor or even an out-of-town investor. Here's the reason why I say it. This is the New York average as far as the state goes. Now, a lot of this number, you can see it's so high, is driven because of prices and stuff downstate, New York City, Long Island, stuff like that. But as you'll see, the numbers up here are a lot different. We're quite a ways up north. It's a different market. It's a different feel. And you get a lot more bang for your buck when you're looking in this area to invest, because this number right here, the yellow, or this line right here, is the national average. So this is the national average across the United States. This is where it's sitting. And when you look right here, this blue line, this is Saratoga County. Now, I'm going to be a little spoiler alert here. You're going to see this trend kind of be consistent over the next couple of Albany counties, Warren County. It's consistent in those counties as well. So as far as how far will your dollar go, it can go pretty far here. And we've got really pretty healthy rents in this area as well. So if you're an out-of-state investor, you're looking for a place where you can come in and maybe purchase multiple properties and get some cash flow, or you're looking to build equity, I really think this is an area you may want to pay a little bit of attention to. So let's kind of roll down here and take a look at new listings. We got up 20.9% month over month, 12 new properties from the previous month here coming in here. Again, we're wrapping up 2023, so this is December's 2023 numbers. We got median cost per square foot went up slightly, not a ton, about $110 here. We got a little over $5 million in total volume right here. There we go. Average living space is just under 3,000, which is kind of going up a little bit. So this right here, as we're taking a look at, this is the medium list price. We're listing for right here, as you can see them. So it's down a little bit. Our high looks like it was right here back in July. It is a little bit colder months, everything like that. We're seeing it going up in December. So we'll see if that trend continues when we follow it in, when we get this the end of January's numbers as well. So active listings are down. We got 26 properties right now in the county. Days on the market is about 55, but they're averaging a median of $121 a square foot. The median list price is $327.5, which is up 10%. Total volume, this is for active listings now. Total volume is about $11.5 million in active listings we got going on. So, and about 2,600 square foot is the average for the square foot in there. So again, this is our graph showing down here. This is the $327.5 thousand for the medium list price that we see. It's down a little bit, but it's trending up. The low was in September. The high was over here back in April, so in the spring month, and we saw it take a big dip, recovered, dipped again. Looks like we're on the way up. It didn't quite dip as much back in November. It was kind of a slow month. December looks like it was a little bit better for that. So we'll see where that trend takes us as we move forward here. New pending listings. So the number of new pendings, looks like we got 9 properties, 1 pending. Average of $246,131 is the medium square foot, and just under $3 million in volume with that one right there. And the house is going to be a little bit smaller here, Joe, about 1,800 square foot for those houses. Again, same trend. We're seeing a dip right down over here. September recovered, dipped again slightly into December for the number of pending properties. Kind of not surprising. It's the holidays. Can be a little bit. People are somewhat distracted at that time. You're not always buying properties here. But again, we'll see where this takes us. It's just a slight change in that one. Pending listings, 15. $279 was the medium list price, $131 a square foot. We got about $8.5 million in total volume in that one as well. The high was over here in August for the year. The low looks like September, October, I think was even a little bit lower. So October hit the low. December, it creeped back up again, following that same pattern that we've seen in a couple of the other statistics that are the indicators that we've been following here. Sold listings, $243,000 is the medium sold price. 14 properties for that month of December. Dropped down. The average list to sales price was at 94.26, which is down just under 3% from the previous month. Days on the market dropped to 18. Median cost per square foot is $108. All these indicators, with the exception of the number of properties here, these last three indicators have dropped that month. Total volume just under $5 million for total volume on sold listings. Again, we're looking at this trend for the full year here. Our high was back in March. We took a dip, kind of up and down a little bit. We had a second peak, not quite as high as March, but that was back in October. Dipped in November and kind of recovered slightly here going into the month of December to end the year out. And months of supply and inventory. So we got, like I said before, 2.25 months of inventory going on right here, which is the lowest it's been all year, the 12 months, you can see. It's dropped 8.2% from the previous month in November. It's almost a 37% change in the last 12 months. So last over here, we peaked with that in March. It was just under 4, so 3.75 months of inventory back in March. Kind of stayed up here for a while, took that dip in September, and kind of trended down from there to the end of the year. So we're at 2.25 for as far as the month of supply of inventory. And sold public records, and for sold public records, almost $360,000 is the median sold price. $218 per square foot, just under $2 million in total volume for that one there. As we can see, this is the spike for that one right there. Actually, is that the high for the year? Not quite the high. March looks like it's got to beat out slightly. Yeah, right over here. Actually, February's got the high. March was dipped slightly, but it's recovered here for the month of December as far as that indicator goes. So that is Saratoga County. We're going to go back right up here. We're going to hit up Albany County, and we're going to see what Albany brings us to end the year for 2023. So our sellers market, right about the same place as it was for Saratoga County. I believe it is starting to shift a little bit towards a balanced market, just slightly. A lot of things got to happen before this gets all the way over into a balanced market, maybe even a buyer's market. So we got to keep an eye on that and see if that continues to happen throughout that shift. Keep going. Months of inventory, about 2.5 months of inventory. List to sold price, a little bit higher than Saratoga County, which was at 96, is at 99.3, so just under 100. They're generally getting what they're asking for. 18 days on the market, $230,000 a median sold price. So median estimated property value, almost $270,000, would dipped 1.8% from the previous months, but a 12-month change is up 8.9%, so almost 9% for the 12-month change. And again, we talked about this already, very similar to what we just looked at over there in Saratoga County. We've got the state, the national, and then we've got Albany County right here, showing the same trend and pattern that we see in the other, that's reflected in the other county. So $250,000. Now, this is new listings. They've got 33 new listings in December. About $250,000 was the median list price. That comes out to about $109 a square foot. We got just under $8 million in total volume, and about 2,300 is the average or the medium living area that we got there. So over the years, we can see, is it peaking right here? It's just about peaked. We got what, 250. We're at 247. Yeah, so we're hitting the peak here to end the year in December as far as the median or the new listings go. The low was back here right in the beginning of the year. So a year ago was the low, and it kind of spiked up, obviously up and down a little bit. But you can see from here, September on, it's been pretty healthy and kind of trending upward for the most part, except for a little dip in November here, but has been trending upward for the most part, ending on a high note as far as the new listings are concerned. Coming down here, active listings, 137 active listings, Albany County right now. $222,500 is the median list price, going at about $103 a square foot. Days on the market is up there pretty good. It's over 3 months. It's well over 3 months. At 109 days is the average days on the market. Plenty of volume out here right now. We got over $33 million in volume, which is actually down almost 20% month over month. And we've got a medium living area, about 2,200 square feet. But let's go down here and see it's recovering. That November month, we're seeing a lot of this where it had dipped down in November and has recovered in December. But the peak actually was October at almost 240 for the median list price on that one. And didn't quite all the way come down. I think the lowest point was April. So we peaked in October. The low was in April. We're recovering here in December. Kind of a trend that we're seeing throughout. New pending listings, 59 new pending listings, about $215,000 is the median list price that we're looking at right there. 36 days on the market, so it's over a month in that area, not quite as high as the other ones. $98 a square foot. We got $13.5 million of inventory for the pending. We got right now about 2,300 square foot. Peak for the pending over here in May. As we can see, the low point looks like we're over here in August. We did drop down from November to December, not the lowest point that we saw throughout the year, but trending that way. So it'll be interesting to see if these pendings continue to trend in a downward motion or if they recover in January with the new year, people's New Year's resolution to buy a rental property. Did they get out there and buy one? We'll find out here. So pending listings, 167 pending listings at $220,000, 21 days, so about 3 weeks on the market, $94 a square foot, and $36 million, almost $36.5 million right around in there for total volume, and 2,300 square foot homes. Peaked in November, slight drop here, but still pretty high compared to the rest of the year because the lowest point looks like over here in April for that one. And coming down, sold listings, 53 sold listings for the month, up 8.2% month over month. We're getting average list to sales price is almost 100, just under at 99 and a quarter for the list of sales price percentage. 230,000 is what we're getting here for the average or the median sales price. 18 days on the market. So it's not real long. $96 or just under $100 a square foot with $12.5 million of total volume. Going from there again. Peaking in July, the low point was right over here, and right at the beginning of the year, actually, January was the low point for it, and it's recovered since then. Done pretty good. It took a dip down in September, but since then, it's sort of trended up a little bit, kind of slightly down here in November, but not really much of a change, but trending in the upward motion in the year here. And month of supply, we're about 2.5 months of supply, which is down 23% from last month, but is up 4.5% from the 12-month change. Peaked in October. The low point was right over here in January, was the low point coming into the year. So that is our review of Albany County for the year. Let's come in here. We're going to hit up Schenectady County. And yes, an error has occurred because I spelled Schenectady wrong. There we go. Works better when you sell right. All right, so our little indicator on here, the market type, still a seller's market, but this is much more towards the middle than Albany and Saratoga. Albany and Saratoga are over here, so this is shifting much more over here in that direction. Months of inventory, almost 3.5 months of inventory. List of sales price is just a touch over 100%. I'm sorry, list of sold price just over 200%. 15 days on the market. And the medium sold price is $195,000. So for our investors out there, some more inventory. Days on the market are shorter, but it's down 44% month over month. But the medium sold price is lower as well. So it might be an area you're interested in, some cheaper prices. So it looks like it's going to have a little bit more inventory, but let's check it out and see what we got here. No surprise. Median estimated value, $234,000. It's down 6% for the month, but up for the 12-month change, 23%, just over 23%. Again, here's our lines. Pretty consistent with Albany and Saratoga County, and definitely what we talked about before. Let's come down here. 28 new listings for the month of December. 254 is the medium list price for that. It comes out to $111 per square, medium price per square foot. Almost $7 million of inventory in 2,300 square feet that we got there. We peaked right here in December. They peaked to finish the year, and the low was right here in the beginning of the year. As you can see, a couple of dips and valleys, pretty common. You're always seeing that, but it looks like it came on a little slow, fired up here real early in March. It kind of came up there and sort of kind of been trending up gradually since then. So we're peaking over here in Schenectady County. Active listings, 84 active listings. It is down 12.5% month over month. So those listings are down. 83 days is the average amount of days that are on the market here at $114 of the median price per square foot. The medium list price is about $235,000 for a house there, and we're just under $21 million in total volume in that area, which is down about just under 8% for the year here. But let's take a look at what we're seeing. Again, we're peaking here in December. January came out, it was a little bit low here. It actually dipped as it came in, so our low point looks like it's right here in February and March. But then it kind of started trending upwards for the year and has been kind of going in that direction since then. We're reaching a high here for the year at $235 for the median list price for properties over there. And again, it is up 6.6% month over month for the year. Let's scroll down. New pending listings, 24. Average days on the market are 47 days, so about a month and a half almost. Just under $100 per square foot, $5 million in volume for our new pending listings. 2,300 square foot is the medium living area, and we're looking at about 215, which is up 2.3% month over month. All these indicators for this category, the new pending listings, are up 33% here, up over 50% for the days on the market, up 4.3%. And let's take a look at what we got here. So we peaked in August at 249. The low is, interesting enough, is July, right before that at 180. So it was started off here, came down, looks familiar with the last one, spiked up, held it for a couple months, and then a big drop came down. And then it spiked right back up the following month. So pending listings, 63 pending listings, $128 or 128 days is the number of days, is the median days on the market. $93 a square foot, almost $13 million in volume. This number is 2,307 square foot for the area, at just over 200,000 for the median list price for these pending listings that we got. And we got the high was in October, the low was in January. Looks familiar. It's kind of trended down a little bit for the last couple months. But let's see what we get as we're coming into the new year here. Sold listings, 22, over 100%, 100.5%, 59% for the list of sales price. About 2 weeks for days on the market at $89 a square foot. We got about $4.5 million of volume here at $195,000 for the median sold price. And this, we're going up and down, up and down, up and down. Look at this for the year. The low is right here in February. It spiked, it came down, it spiked, it came down. The high was in November, and then it dropped right back down. So if this up and down trend is continuing here, we may see this spike in January or February of 2024. Months of inventory, again, almost 3.5, which is down 13.5% from the previous month. Up, though, almost 4% for the month. For the 12-month change on that one. So Schenectady County, we're going to move on to our last county, and that's going to be Warren County. Warren County kind of incorporates Glens Falls, Queensbury, Lake George, some areas down there. And then we kind of hit the Adirondack Park. It's a little bit more rural as you work further north in Warren County. But there are some Airbnbs and stuff like that up there they can check out. So the seller's market, a little bit more to the left in the seller's market than Schenectady County was. We got just under 3 months of inventory, 96% less the sales price, 9 days on the market. So that's the lowest I think we've seen as an overall days on the market here. And the median sold price is under 200,000 here at 198,000. Again, here's our lines. Pretty similar. Exactly like the other ones as well. So $235,000 is the median estimated value, which is up a little over 2% from the previous month. And the 12-month change is up almost 7%. So I think we're seeing all these 12-month changes have gone up, which is a good thing if you're an investor and you're holding on some of these properties, or if you're an investor and you're thinking of selling because it's worth more now than it was a year ago, which is what you like to see. You like to see that equity building that you got on there. So median list price is $290,000, a little over. This is only 4 new listings over here. We got about $1.5 million in total volume at $122 median price per square foot, which is nice. It's peaking right here in December. The low point looks like it's probably over here in May. So the came out here, went up, kind of dipped down till May, went up, another little dip in September. We're seeing a lot of these places, a lot of these indicators dipped in September. So kind of a slow month in September, but then took off again after that in a lot of places as well. So we're peaking here right at the end of the year as far as the new listings are concerned. Coming down here, number of active listings. Look at this spike right here at the end. Getting ahead of myself a little bit, but here's 16 number of active listings right now. Almost 500,000. So why is it so high in this area? Because a lot of these prices, you've got Lake George, which is a very big place for very big place where people come in and like to vacation. So it's $500,000 right on the lake. So the properties can be pretty expensive right here in this area. So I'm going to say that that's probably why it's driving that up a little bit. Some big properties came on the market. So it's almost 72%. So days on the market, 76, which is up almost 50%, $134 medium square foot. We got $6 million of total volume. Median living area square foot over 3,000. So that's kind of high, much higher than the other places. But as we see this spike, look at this from November to December. It was 285, jumped up to 490 right here. Okay, huge jump. Is that going to continue? I don't know, but it's something to keep an eye on. Kind of playing. It came in January, kind of low at 190. So let's come down here. New pending listings are 8, just over a month of days on the market, $126 a square foot, $228,000 is the median list price. Got $1.5 million worth of volume, and it would dip right here in September. It came in high. In fact, the highest point was in January. Kind of fluctuated a little bit. Big dip in September into October. Kind of quiet right there, and then spiked up again here in November. Slid slightly into December. Pending listings, 13 pendings that month at 255,000, which is up 10, almost 11%, actually month over month. And $126 a medium price per square foot, $4.5 million total volume, and a little over 2,000 for square foot living space. Dipped here in the beginning, came up high. In fact, again, this is January, 279. That was our high. Came in and dipped right down where we hit the low point in May, recovered, and has held kind of steady, little up, little down here. Little spike from November going into December. So that is our pending listings. Sold listings, they sold 3 in December. Days on the market was 9. $116 square foot was what they were looking at. The average price out of those 3 was $198,000 per property. So we had a little over $600,000 in total volume. Recovering because the low point looks like right here, November and February were both right down here at the low point at 0. So there was no sales for either of those months, but pretty steady through the middle. And it looks like it recovered in December with 3. So we'll see where that goes as far as inventory. And we're just under 3 months in inventory, which is down almost 35% from the previous month and down almost 60% in the 12-month change. So you can see this as far as months of inventory goes. It came in the year at almost 6.5 months of inventory, and it has steadily gone down kind of all the way through here. A little bit of a spike in the summer months here and into the fall, but has come back down here again in December. So that's our coverage here. So we got Warren, Saratoga, Albany, Schenectady counties. Like I said, if there's an area, a specific area, maybe within those counties that you're curious about, Saratoga, Albany, Clifton Park, whatever it is, reach out, get a hold of me. More than happy to run those numbers for you and help you out. Give you any information you need so you can go in there so you're informed as an investor for what you're buying here. And again, if you like the information, give it a like. Also subscribe to the channel here because we're coming out. We do these videos regularly. Every month I do the investors. If you're looking for single family, maybe Airbnb is something, or some fix and flips is something that you're interested in, I cover the single family in the first week of the month. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss those videos coming out. And as I said last time, we do have some things on the market. We're going to be getting a little bit more in depth, maybe touching with some townhouses, condos, that kind of stuff for anybody interested in that type of investing or purchasing those type of homes. So again, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys on the next video.